Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Flat Earth Sage. And what I have here in this little Tupperware container is a bunch of amaranth grain. Now, I just harvested this from another plant, but it's still not done because we have to do the ancient. Because I have to now do the ancient art of winnowing, which is separating. See all these green bits and pieces? Separating that from the actual seed. Now, there's a couple different methods on how you can do this. Some people suggest waiting for a breeze, and basically what you wait for a gentle breeze, and you angle the container in a way that allows the heavier material to remain at the bottom here, and the more lighter material, leafy material, should blow off into the other side. Now, let me just stress, no matter how you do this, you will lose a little bit of seed and a little bit of grain. But, as you can see, I got plenty of grain there. Plenty. I still got all those plants to harvest too, guys. So, we got plenty. So, the method I'm going to be implementing to do this is I'm just going to be giving it a gentle breath. So, okay. I'm going to do my best to keep as many of these seeds as possible. But like I said, guys, you're going to lose a little bit. It's just what happens. Nothing to be concerned over. So see, I get all the chaff into one side, or as much of the chaff as I can. Put it into a corner. And pop it out. Now this will take a few minutes, of course, because you want to try to get as much as that chaff as possible. And I don't think you'll be able to get 100% of all of it, but you'll be able to get pretty much most of it. And this technique of winnowing goes back hundreds, if not thousands of years. Very ancient form. Oh yeah, I'm getting a lot closer, guys. A lot closer. See, even I need a little more practice on it. I'll try my best to get as much as I can. Might need to take a break because this can take quite some. The last flower amaranth plant I processed and winnowed the grain with took me over like 30 minutes to do. So this is not a short process at all. Very involved. But you see, I'm getting a lot of the chaff right now. A lot of it separating. Very nice. I know I'm tossing out some seed here, but I can't get it all, guys. Not to mention, this is my first well, second time now winnowing grain. So I'm still getting the hang of it. Nice. Getting closer. And I got to try to get as much of this chaff as possible, because I'm going to try to process this grain and possibly try to turn it into some bread. We'll see how it goes. We're almost there. Yeah, we're almost there. Not bad. It's only been about 7 minutes. This one's going pretty good. I guess I'm starting to get the hang of this a little bit. Looks a little less than the first one I got, but again, when you roll the flowers and stuff, you're going to lose quite a bit of seed. That's just a given. And we're just going to leave that there. And no, it's not completely done just yet, but I'd say it's pretty close. It's getting pretty close. I'm going to take a break real quick for a few minutes. And then what we're going to do next is pull this bad boy out. Just to let you guys know how well I water my plants and how I deeply water them. Look at this, guys. This is all the way up. This thing's massive. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's literally lifting up all the soil. Unreal. That basically means that I've been watering it so well that the roots have actually dug in and completely into the soil. So we're gonna have to do some finagling. I mean, golly, guys, look at this. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to pull it up. Good God. All right, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna need 2 hands to do this. So I'll set my phone down real quick. I want you guys to take a look. That's the root mass. You see how their roots are nice and, well, most of them are nice and white? These are really, really healthy looking roots right here. If you see white roots coming out here, and some of them are pretty thick and wiry, but this is massive. I don't think I've ever grown any plants so tall before. So basically, I'm not going to leave this. This is getting re-amended right now. Believe it or not. I kind of used too much wood chips. So basically, I need to tear this whole section up and re-amend it with some fresh compost. So give me a minute. I need 2 hands to do this. Let me just put the phone down for a second. Check this out, guys. This all grows from one seed. And look at how long and deep the root system is. This is what you want for all your roots from all your plants. You want the plants, you want to water nice and deeply, because that's how you get these nice, thick, healthy looking roots right here. Very nice. Very nice. We're almost done with this. I just got to get the last bit of this. It's okay if I throw out some dirt by mistake, because we got plenty of compost. So you guys, what I like to do is I like to amend my beds quite frequently. Soon as I'm done with a crop, like this, I just strip it all of the wood chips. Like I said, get it as good as I can, because you don't want to bury compost or any other type of soil on top of wood chips, because what's going to happen is I believe it's called nitrogen sequestration, and basically what happens is these wood chips start breaking down and decomposing, and they end up stealing nitrogen away from the soil. So even if there's an adequate supply of nitrogen in the soil, the wood chips are going to take up a lot of them at a high rate. And that's going to cause yellowing on your plants, and probably some pest problems as well. So it's better. Wow, these roots, man, they sure are extending out quite a long ways. It should be almost all the wood chips. This is only a small square. The fertilizer didn't break down all the way. Okay, so I pretty much cleared most of the wood out of here. Just a few pieces. It's not going to cause that big an issue at all. So, you see, I can't believe how extensive that root system was. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okie dokie. Now what I want to do next, first things first, there's a little bit of wood around the sides. I can't really get to it that well, guys. So it's just going to have to be as good as it can get. I can try to clear some of this the best I can, but nothing's going to be able to grow underneath this black fabric anyway, or grow through it, I should say. So I'm just going to briefly get as much as I can from around here, best I can. Want to set my bed up for as much success as possible in the beginning, because plants are going to be living in this bed for a while, so I want to make sure it's good. And that's probably as good as it's going to get. Good as it's going to get. this, guys, this is my compost. Huh. Got wet somehow. I don't know how that happened. Weird. Okay, well, that's not a problem. So we're gonna find me a container to work with. But before we do that, well, no. We can add some more. But here's another thing I want to discuss as well, guys. When I started this bed, the soil was like right up to here. And throughout the year, you know, with the weather conditions and stuff throughout the year, it's gonna, you know, basically end up like sinking down your compost. So this is almost halfway sunken down. So I'm gonna definitely need to add and amend. So let me get a container. This might work. Alright. Okay. Re-amending your bed is very, very important if you guys want to continue to have some really nice produce. Probably the most important thing is amending your garden bed. Now, some of you might be like, well, Matt, what about these wood pieces here and stuff? These wood pieces are fine. Most of these have already been broken down pretty well anyway. So anything further, you know, it's not really going to cause any nitrogen sequestration because, I mean, biggest piece that I can see is, you know, that big. They're not big at all. So we're almost there. Just a couple more scoops. Set this down real quick. So that's pretty much it right there. Might clean the edges a little bit, make it look nice and presentable. But that's really all you need to do. Last thing I'm going to do before I'm completely done with this bed, well, two things, is I'm going to water in this bed. You want to water in the bed because it's going to keep, it's going to keep the the beneficial bacteria nice and alive. So you really do want that. And ashwagandha will sit right there. And show you guys how I water it in. Let me fold up this chair, get this out of the way, since I don't need it right now. What the heck? There we go. And so, let me close up my compost container. Damn it. Okay. So. Oh, excuse me. Put this up. Okay. Let me go ahead and turn the water on. And another thing I suggest to people to do is, this has been growing for like close to 4 months, and it's pretty much almost a little bit smaller than me, a little bit shorter than me. So it's taken up like quite a bunch of nutrients since I started growing it as a seed. So what you're going to want to do, or what I would highly suggest doing, is if you're done with the plant completely, cut it up into a bunch of little tiny pieces, as much as you can. The smaller the pieces, the better. And what I would suggest doing with that is reincorporating it back into your bed. That's going to add, pretty much, as that breaks down in the soil, it's going to add all those nutrients and minerals and anything else that the plants have been uptaking since their time growing. Basically, it's just returning those borrowed minerals and nutrients. And yeah, basically you do that, and it's going to allow you to have to fertilize a lot less, because the like I said, everything's being returned to the soil, so you don't really have to even worry about that. So yeah, I would definitely encourage you guys to do that. Another way you could do it, well, is a way that I'm going to be doing it today, is cut them up into a bunch of tiny little pieces, and blend, if you can, blend it up. Blend it up until it's a nice, smooth consistency. And go ahead and pour that into your garden. Now, that's going to allow it to break down a lot quicker. Now, you could powder it at the same time. You could dry these plants up, cut them up, dry them up, powder them. Whatever you need to do to like return the nutrients to the soil. Because I'm not going to lie to you, fertilizer is not cheap, guys. And if you could even like cut down a little bit on fertilizer, just by doing that, I think that would help you guys greatly as well. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, because I went off on a little bit of a tangent a second ago. I'm going to go ahead and water in this soil. I always start off using good old shower setting on here. It's gonna be nice and good. Work its way through the soil. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is really it. Now, the only thing I have left to do is just let this water soak in nice and deep. And that's pretty much it. Oh. There we go. Bed is ready. The only thing that's left to do, which I'm not going to do until after I start adding some plants to the garden bed. Because if I do the mulch now, then I'm going to have to scrape back the mulch and then, go through all that, and put the plant through it. When I could just plant the plants I want out into the bed and then mulch over it. Both work fine. It's just my whole thing is, my whole thing is you should always be working smarter, not harder. Especially if you're going to be doing gardening and you're going to get really serious about it. Definitely work smarter. Yeah, it's my black sesame. Still producing pods, surprisingly. It did not appreciate the transplant, that's for sure. But anyways, guys, this video's been going on 36 minutes. Wow. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end the video now. For everyone that decided to tune in and watch, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate you guys. And until the next video, guys, peace.